Victor has both of his teams in the semi-finals. Astro Allegiance is taking on Templar Academy. We're back after, not sure if it was a bit of a disappointing series what we got to witness earlier, but anyway, Dawn God, they beat Godalian's Divinity 4-0. We're back. I'm Muzzin. Joined with me on the mic, Blue Wolf. Blue Wolf, you seem to have done something with your clothing in the last 1 minute.
I was really genuinely quite scared as to what you were about to say there, but yeah, I had a change of clothes. Thank you for noticing. Most people don't. I have changed clothing many times between games. For once, it's actually been recognised, which is very nice. Hoping for a change in clothing, hoping for a change in series. Well, not a change in series, I hope a change in quality. That last game was pretty lackluster, let's just be fair. One team completely walking over the other, and we're hoping for Templar and Astro Allegiance, they give us a better game. We've seen both these teams in action yesterday. I casted one of them in Fort Templar Academy. Hopefully they can give us something to shout about in this one.
Yeah, I mean, the games so far throughout the Division 1 have been hot. And now we get to check out Astro Allegiance. You know, everyone was praising Snicks yesterday, and we all know Snicks is a great Rocket League player. So we're going to see what happens here as they take on this Fort Templar Academy team. Can D Lynch do a little bit more this time around, Blue Wolf? Or is it going to be kind of that hit and miss that you happen to have mentioned? OLS as well. What are we going to see coming out from him? Well, here we go. It's underway. Best of 7. OLS already taking on the shot, and Dash putting it in. Well, goodness.
Well, it's had flashbacks to the dirty things OLS did yesterday, but it's Desh, the player who wasn't here yesterday, is making the early impact. Dealings with the assist. An excellent tap in by Desh, coming over the top of the defenders, able to slot that ball home as we are back live into it. Astro Allegiance barely touched the ball up until this point. The first 20 seconds all going for Templar Academy's way. That's well over from OLS there. I'm not sure exactly what the plan was that time. Shadow going the opposite direction, does just tap down to Dealings. She's able to make an exceptionally routine save. Not able to get the ball away though. Broken's going to have a chance to shoot and has done so. We've seen this one tied up. Astro Allegiance with their first proper attack find their first goal, and we're level again.
Yeah, and just OLS kind of sending that ball down the midfield straight into the mouth of Broken. Maybe not as well as they would have thought. Shadow as well coming in from that side. They're playing the ball into the center field. So yeah, so far so good. Astro Allegiance getting the equalizer, and now we won a piece. We're going to see if OLS can bring out the fancy footwork from last night, or if the newcomer Dash is going to be able to hold down the fort here for Templar Academy. We're going to see what happens here. Dash coming in from that side. Shadow is there to pound it into the side of the wall. Broken in the beautiful Lambo. Emerald, of course, you've noticed, Mark.
Of course I have, you know. We keep one eye on the cars. It's very pretty Lamborghini. Let's see if Broken can make anything work with it. It's his teammate to knock it forward. D-Lynch is the defender. He's able to take things under control, take it in the air, intercepted by Snicks. Ball's projected long. D-Lynch going for it again in the air. Great pass to OLS. He looked to be going for a third sort of pass there. That wasn't really a shot. It was pretty painfully wide in the end. I'm getting slaughtered in the chat for accidentally misnaming a car. I think I've just had my bluff called a little bit there, Muzz. Quick takeover.
D Lynch taking the shot there, and we can see if D Lynch can do a bit more than what we got to witness last night. He was definitely playing that 50-50 that you mentioned, kind of can be hot or can be cold. We can see if he can do anything here for this Fort Templar Academy team. But Dash in the side, Shadow playing out of his own corner, gets a pass one into the midfield. OLS there with the pickup. D Lynch blocks it out, passes it out wide. Snicks is there on the receiving end, not able to get a nose to it. Shadow passing infield, can't Broken be that third man. Gets blocked out though by an Academy player. Snicks is there, brings it down. Picks up a second for Astro Allegiance.
Astro Allegiance coming from behind. They were 1-0 down, find themselves now 2-1 ahead. Snicks pirouetting, slotting that ball home. An acrobatic finish, which it wasn't really needed though. There was absolutely no one in the net. Still making it look pretty. Astro Allegiance, they have yet to lose a game in these playoffs. Same for Fort Templar Academy. A lot of pressure on both these teams' shoulders as a result. Lose a proper game. I think Fort Templar, they did lose that seeding game yesterday, but that didn't really matter because it's not really affected their tournament lives but it has seen their paths cross. It's better that I think it's better this way as opposed to having an Astro derby between Astro Allegiance and Astro Zenith.
Yeah, I only envision like that Spider-Man meme in my head where they're just pointing at each other, and that's Astro Zenith versus Astro Allegiance. Like everyone's pointing at each other, whoever's gonna win, we don't know. Victor's caught in the middle, it's kind of an odd little thing, we're not sure what's happening. Anyway, D Lynch popping it forward here for All S, can he get the second touchdown? Oh no! It's a crossbar! Oh golly me, nothing to do in the Fennec. Well, must have been that image of the double Spider-Man, I am not sure.
Some really good shots coming out. Now the pressure was coming through. It seemed like Astro Legions, they're having it all their own way. But now for Templar Academy with the fight back. OLS came exceptionally close with his 4th shot of the match. Still 0 goals for him. D Lynch though currently topping the tables, 358 points, has found their first goal, an assist and the save, 1-1-1-1. Currently their stats are 4 shots, sorry, it's one too many ones for you, but they're back live, 1 minute 45 on the clock. Still could well and truly go either way. It's on a knife edge at the moment.
Geez, and between D Lynch and OLS, they've taken 8 shots. My goodness, for only 3 goals here on the side of the Fort Templar Academy, so they've been absolutely great up front, and we watched this pass and play from Dash to OLS. Beautiful, beautiful play there from Fort Templar, now only going up by 1. As we slowly get to the end of this game 1's regulation time. Can Astro Allegiance come back? And we can see what Broken can do. Yeah, does take the shot though, kept up by D Lynch. Get back into the corner here. Can he bring it down for a second man? Doesn't look like it, however. Shadow a bit too deep for that action. Broken gets cut out by OLS. Shadow is there, getting broken down by Dash. So cutting out those passing plays. They're doing phenomenally well. And now Dash fighting with Shadow. My goodness, though, a bit of a bumper car situation there. Snicks taking it down that flank. D Lynch is there. Still, they need to get it out of their 3rd. Snicks with the pickup. OLS. Shadow is there at the back with the pickup. Broken though. 1 minute remaining. And for Templar Academy. Oh, so close there. Dash. Almost popped it in. Now Shadow should be able to take it the length of the field. D Lynch with the cutout. Snicks. Snicks. Okay, not much happening there. Astro Allegiance. Blue Wolf. Can they get in one more goal to potentially force an OT?
Feels like both these teams should have scored with the amount of chances coming through. So far is Fort Templar Academy with a narrow lead. You feel like Astro Legions at any moment could slide back in front. That might fall nicely for Dash. It's not going to. Shadow able to get it away temporarily. It's still in their own box. OLS coming through looking for a touch on that one. Only scored 1 goal so far. If you remember back to yesterday, I'm sure you do, Muzz, he had an absolute monster performance. Still waiting to see him get up to his peak. They are going to find a game 1 victory though, as he is able to slot home. Not the best goal he's ever scored. Pretty routine one off the ground. It's not going to matter. They all count. This Fort Templar Academy have taken game 1 here.
Yeah, about 5 goals last night scored in game 2 or game 3, so did super well. I think it was also rocking that pink or emerald Fennec. But Ollie absolutely crushed it. But then of course it was almost a flash in the pan because didn't really do that much after that. Sadly, you know, kind of things got very quiet on this Fort Templar side, so they're going to win now in this game 1 semi-final of Division 1 playoffs. The ball should be able to go down. Broken, not able to keep that up. And there it is. So Fort Templar Academy through Ollie and the lads able to take the W here over Astro. But of course, Blue Wolf, we do know Astro Allegiance are a team with depth, and they certainly can come back in a long series like this.
Yeah, Sticks is a very good player. I think we have to sort of say that, as he's also a caster, and I don't want him to be berating me if we ever are in a duo together. I do mean that, honestly. Broken also pretty good. I've seen them two play before. They often combine quite well as a duo. Not super familiar with Shadow, but I feel like, you know, they're in the playoffs. They certainly have to be a good player. OLS, we've already mentioned. D-Lynch can certainly have his moments. A bit of a bipolar player. Either completely invisible or the MVP of the series. So a lot of big names in the server, a lot of heavy hitters. You know, sort of a performance, good performance for everyone in that game number 1. Maybe we'll find a hero in game 2.
All right, well, here we go. Action already. Dash there, first to the ball, quick with that kickoff. Ollie, they're not able to get over Shadow. Shadow, Dash, sends it all the way back. And now, can we get the second touch? on with the Phoenix. Snicks is going to be able to keep it out. And I think if they can just wake up Snicks and try to feed him decent ball, then Allegiance can make a better time of it now. We know how good Snicks is when he goes forward. Ollie, Dash, putting it forward. They're going to miss. Ollie takes a shot. There it is. The opener goes to Fort Templar Academy.
OLS doing all the heavy lifting there. Dash off the wall, and OLS is back there, able to hit it. Passing play. Not the most orthodox passing plays, going to that right-hand wall, able to hit it back off. Gets the rebound, slots it home in Fort Templar Academy. They are ahead again. They won game 1, looking to kick on in game 2. They did lose game 2 yesterday against Astro Zenith. So maybe trying to put those bad memories to bed by taking game 2 in pretty clear fashion here, as they have got control of the football at the moment. It's up in the air, Dash to hit it forward. It's going to be off the backboard, goes for the double touch, lands it superbly. OLS tried one of those in the first game. Dash has done it in the second successfully.
I love that control coming out from Ollie. Juggles the ball, gets in midfield, sends it upwards, says Dash, please send this home. Beautiful, beautiful 1-2 passing play there coming out from Fort Templar Academy. And now Allegiance, then finding themselves down by 2. Of course, a hell of a lot of time left on this clock. 4 minutes still remaining. They can bring it back, but of course, also when you are trailing by 2, it gets a little scary because they might concede a bit more. And of course, we have seen this Fort Templar team be able to do that. So D-Lynch not able to drive that one. Snicks with a decent save. Ollie is there. He's going to come down for Shadow. Still in a dangerous and precarious place here for the Allegiance team. Snicks though. Yeah, from the side, he's going to be able to get it over one. Ollie though cuts him out. Can't beat Shadow either. D-Lynch with the pickup.
Yeah, you're talking about them being in a precarious place in terms of this game and where the ball is actually sitting in it, but I feel like they're in a precarious place in terms of the series. Their morale might well be broken as they have gone 3-0 down in this one. You don't want Fort Templar Academy building up that momentum, getting themselves on a roll and starting to steamroll very good Astro Allegiance side. I worry that's what's starting to happen a little bit here. 2 goals for Dash. It's Astro Allegiance. They're still yet to get going. 0 shots across the whole team at the moment.
What would you have wanted Broken to have done there? Do you think kind of bringing that ball down from the backboard ends up being a bit dangerous play? You know, do you push it out sideways? Do you try to control it more?
Yeah, a lot of options open to him, and in the end he didn't end up taking the right one. Very difficult though to know what is the right one, because he could easily have tried one of those other options and we could have been sitting with the exact same result, or maybe it could have been even worse, could be more embarrassing of a goal. As it stands, still 3-0 though. Ball knocked forward. OLS could be able to follow that one, and wasn't expecting Snicks to take a touch like that. D-Lynch certainly wasn't. He's pounced upon it, but Shadow cutting across the net comes flying and stops that ball trickling into the net. OLS coming across, not able to get it into the net. Dash might be able to. Such a tight angle, probably the tightest possible angle. Not able to touch that one in. McLaren, not a Lamborghini, but Broken takes that ball away. So now Astro Allegiance, they need to get their first shot on target here, just to show that they can do it and get things going. They might just concede here. I'm shocked they haven't. Dash puts it in the closest it possibly could have been to going in was without going in. Thankfully, OLS has saved them from the embarrassment though.
Yeah, it stops there on the near post, and then Ollie able to send this home. D-Lynch fooling around there at the back of that box, but yeah, 0 shots taken by Astro Allegiance, and that's tough to see. You know, Fort Templar Academy, they're having such a blast in this series thus far. You know, when you can smother your opposition team that they can't even take any shots, you know you're doing good work. You know, absolutely just holding on to the possession, making sure that Allegiance cannot get into this game. And I mean, they need at least try to take one shot there. Shadow had an attempt. Snicks, what can you do from that side? Picked up by Ollie. Oh, goodness me. Well, the clock's ticking down, and so far up by 4. D-Lynch going to come in from the side, managed to steal that mid-100 as well. Gets it over 1. Can OLS get the killer? Dash with the beautiful dunk, and that's going to be a 5th.
Yeah, 5th indeed. And OLS and Dash, the goal-scoring duo. 3 for Dash, the hat-trick, and 2 for OLS as well. 0 goals, 1 shot. Not good enough. Snicks' shot as well was instantly blocked. It didn't really test anyone. It was one of those shots that was almost a shot the instant it left his foot, left his hood. then it was never actually traveling any real distances. With 1 minute 28 on the clock for Templar Academy, once again cruising, and I'm starting to get worrying flashbacks to that last series we just casted, Muzz.
Yeah, how's your PTSD? You know, is it flaring up just a little bit here? The Dawn God, of course, guys, on stream A, they're playing the Astro Zenith team, and Dawn God, that Mark is alluding to there. Wow, they were scary. Scary. And Astro Zenith, I think, are going to have to be stressed in playing against that team. But Dash, well, Dash is also scary, and Fort Templar Academy are doing some serious things against this Allegiance side. My goodness, there's a 6th goal. Dash, picking up? He's 4th? Oh boy.
This is kind of one of those games that almost everyone wants it to be over in terms of, the Fort Templar Academy side. They want this momentum to continue into the next game. It doesn't matter what score you win this game by. You're still going into game 3. It resets to 0-0. Whereas if you're from the Astro Allegiance side, you just want this one to be over with so you can mentally reset, go into the next game, and have a fresh stab at it. Team Snicks messing with Broken there, spamming what a save in the chat as his teammate was unable to flail the ball out of the net. As we are back live, 50 seconds on the clock, double digits might well be on the cards.
Yeah, it seems like it's gone that way this evening, though. Blue Wolf, who've been so privileged to kind of see these very high-scoring games. It's, we've seen all the way from the 4s up to the 7-1, 7-2s, the whole entire evening from 7 p.m. And just things, again, looking that way. 7-0 right now, going the side of Fort Templar. And as you said, I think, Astro Allegiance would just like to kind of hit end. Let's chat in the Discord call. Let's not ready up as quickly as we need to, and let's just see what we can fix. Who do we need to block out? Is it OLS? Do we have to close down Dash? Maybe see if we can smother them, hold on to the ball a bit more, not send too many clangers downfield, and kind of give away possession as Shadow takes a nice shot. Snicks keeping it out though. I'm not sure what Shadow's doing there. At least it went to the crossbar. But anyway, nonetheless, that's going to be Fort Templar Academy taking on game 2, and geez Louise, 7-0. This game wrote itself.
Yeah, not the closest one I've casted. Definitely not 7-0. Disappointing when we compare it to the sort of questions game 1 left us with. It left us with, is this going to be a close game? Which one of these two sides can kick on from it? It was so close. We've just seen Fort Templar Academy. They've extended their advantage by an order of magnitude here. 4 goals, 3 assists, and 1 save going the way of Dash. 875 points sees them take the game's MVP award. 736 for OLS is not to be sniffed at all. D-Lynch currently sitting down on 132. I don't want to say he's been carried in that game too, but he has. But I suppose when he's the more defensive player in that team, and when your side is not having to do a lot of defending, you have to forgive him for not having that many points.
Yeah. Looking a little forward, and it's not my job to look forward right now. Of course, we have a really exciting series on our hands. But if this Fort Templar Academy team goes up against Dawn God in the grand final, Blue Wolf, that will be a spectacle to watch. Just kind of my humble 5 cents on the matter. But ladies and gents in chat, Dawn God versus Fort Templar, that will be the one. I can promise you that. Anyway, let's get into game number 3 here. Astro Allegiance taking on Fort Templar Academy. Blue Wolf.
Mr. Muzz, it could well be Dawn God versus Astro Allegiance. They might have to get their act together first. D-Lynch very rarely on the ball in the last game, on it there early doors. OLS has it now under his control. Sticks has gone acrobatically in, not able to win it. Eventually the ball is hit away by Snicks, able to follow it through as well. Hits it into the centre. That's too much heat on it for Broken though. D-Lynch takes a touch backwards. Bit of a weird one there from D-Lynch. Slows the ball down so much. Ball is once again falling down for Shadow in his own box. Snicks up in the air, wins it. Dash hits it central. OLS, that's a powerful shot. Centimetres from going in. Fort Templar Academy, they've started strong. They're yet to find the opening goal.
Yet to find that opening control. And Shadow, beautiful aerial control, was just juggling that ball the whole way and then gets demoed on. I hate to see it, when a player's in the zone and they've got just nice little aerial play across field and then someone squashes their lights out. Let's see what happens here. 1 minute has elapsed. OLS! Oh, Shadow keeps it out. Wow. All right, that was close.
It was exceptionally close. Crazy stuff, and they're going to get a goal out of it. Nope, OLS saves himself from the early mistake, cuts across well and makes an excellent save. That ball's hit through the centre, broken. Oh, how's that not got in? D-Lynch has almost turned it into his own net, not expecting it to come rebounding off the post with such force. Broken to centre, D-Lynch to knock it away. Dash up in the air, knocks it down to OLS. That's got power on it. It's going to be over the bar. Shadow ensures it is. Get a follow-up touch here. OLS is up for it, gets the first one, might get the second, not quite. Knocks it to the halfway line where D-Lynch is currently lying in wait. They're desperate to get the opening goal here. I'm shocked we're still waiting for it, Moz. Both these teams have created some great chances, and I'm shocked that ball has not hit the back of the net.
Yeah, great chances have been had, and we've got the 2 shots have come out from Broken, and the 3 shots there from OLS. So kind of just one player on both sides trying to contribute to this opener, and it looks like, oh, it was almost OLS there, kept up by Broken. So again, both players being mentioned, really fighting tooth and nail, trying to you know, kind of be the first to break this deadlock right now. This is what makes these series so exciting here. We go from this whitewash that we witnessed in game 2 to see a very closely contested game number 3 between both these sides, and I like this fire, this grit, this resilience that has come out here from this Astro Allegiance team. You know, they're not actually, you know, taking nothing lying down. Oh, Snicks takes a wide shot, doesn't get it in. Broken as well is on the side there. Sorry, Shadow in that midfield wasn't able to do much with it. D-Lynch can't get past Broken though. Dashes here with the pickup, puts it down to the midfield. Snicks. Broken, can he get this on the receiving end? Yeah, unfortunate though. Tap down, wide, second man. Oh, very wide.
Painfully wide by the second man there. Had to put that one on target. The second man, that's where you can make your money in Rocket League and OLS. Bit of a disappointing performance because we know how much he's capable of. Hasn't been bad per se, just not been the absolute monster that we were expecting. Has knocked that ball forward. Registered shot, not really a proper one though. Somehow D-Lynch has made a save there. It looked like that ball might have found its way into the net. For Astro Allegiance, the side that looked like they were hanging on in this series, but they've come out swinging in this one. Not landed any punches yet. Neither have Fort Templar Academy, to be fair. It's still 0-0. Despite everything that's happened. OLS has dropped the ball centre. Dash ends up just pimping it off someone's hood. Keeps it up in the air. D-Lynch has hit it up in the air. OLS is going to be unable to turn that goal bound. Sitting in the centre. Dash has got it. It's over the bar. Evaded all 3. The triple commit comes through. It's D-Lynch on the halfway line. They've recovered now. They're not able to exploit that 3-man commitment. Ball still is rolling about that pitch, going end to end at the moment. Broken with a chance to shoot. Goes for the shot, not going to be on target though. D-Lynch smuggles it away. Sticks. Just about wins that 50 on the halfway line. Sees that ball drop for Broken. OLS touches it backwards. Sticks up in the air, hits it towards the centre. Shadow up for it. Gets it on target. D-Lynch is on the line. It's wide. It should definitely have gone in there. I think it was Snicks coming through. Should have turned that one into the net. We are still 0-0. 35 seconds. I'd be shocked if we're going to overtime, but at the moment that looks like it's going to be the reality.
Going from a 7-0 game to a 0-0 overtime, Blue Wolf. You know, what a black and white chalk and cheese type of series we're just having here. I mean, Astro Allegiance, they're fighting tooth and nail. They're trying to get this ball into the back of the net. We saw previously just the onslaught, the firing that they're putting down onto Fort Templar. You know, a lot more shots coming out from there, from them. Oh,
it's not quite a buzzer beater. With 1 spare second on the clock. D-Lynch is the person to score it. The person who didn't score throughout all of the last game. He's left it for game number 3 to make his mark. He comes flying through, spins that car 90 degrees to the left, hits the ball with the side of it, puts it in. Puts Fort Templar Academy clear. They're going to be going to series point. The centre ball is well played. Ball has rolled along the ground of Fort Templar Academy. They're looking to roll their way into the grand final.
You talk about the bipolar player, Blue Wolf. I don't have words for that. Last second goal, D-Lynch says thank you. I'll close this one out, and my heart is breaking just a little bit for Astro Allegiance because I was really keen now for an overtime, and that wasn't going to happen. And D-Lynch slotted in. Oh my goodness.
Well,
the 8 shots, the 8 total shots that came out there from Fort Templar, and they just needed D-Lynch to pop it in right at the end. And now, like you said, we're going here to the series point. Fort Templar Academy need one more victory to go through to the grand final. Reverse sweep at this point is possible, but it seems maybe unlikely.
I mean, game 1 was won by a 1-goal margin. Game 3, a 1-goal margin. If we ignore game 2, we have had an incredibly tight series. Astro Legions, they do worry a little bit that maybe they think this one's over. They did say GG, well played in chat, had to be informed it was a best of 7. So maybe they might feel like they've already lost. That could be a good thing. They've got no pressure on their shoulders, but it also could be a bad thing. They think, oh, this game's basically over, and they don't try to their fullest extent. So we are now rolling back into what could be the final game. It is game number 4, Astro Legions. What can they pull out of the bag now?
We're going to see if they've got the metal in them to bring it back. But of course, Fort Templar Academy, hell, we know they've got something deep down in their guts that make them do well in these playoffs. Broken, pushing it down this flank. Already picked up by D Lynch, the last and only goal scorer from the previous game. Snix is there. Dash. Oh, sorry, no, D Lynch. Ollie is there, bringing it down. Dash is hanging back deep as the third man, just gonna see what happens. Yeah, beats out Shadow for that ball. Snix is under it. Does get the pickup, doesn't have anything left in the tank though. Left a little wanting without fuel. Dash, Snix from the right side, can he bring it down? Shadow, oh no! Clips the backboard.
I think it's worth pointing out that it's been over 10 minutes since this Astro Legion side last turned that ball into the orange net. They have done it now. No, they haven't. The ball's still hanging there. Oh, Les makes the save, and oh, he's flicked it away from his teammate. Broken at all the net to aim at. I don't know who it was there. I think it might have been Shadow. Just hits it away from his teammate. Snicks up in the air, has missed it. D-Lynch gets a touch on. OLS wasn't near enough to it to be able to attack that one. Shadow misses it in the air. Dash cutting across makes the save. Astro Legions, they've come so close so many times that my heart breaks for them. That they've not been able to go the final 5 centimeters, put that ball over the line.
My goodness, just this story, this Division 1 semi-final here. It is tough, and it's definitely by no means any fairy tale story for Astro Legions as they're struggling to beat out this Fort Templar side here. D Lynch, they're taking the shot, kept up by Snix and the lads. They need to be able to pull something here out of the bag. Center play. Oh, comes down. Yes, there it is. Broken. Finally broke the deadlock.
I was a little bit nervous when I saw D-Lynch falling off the back of the net there. Astro Legions, look, by hook or by crook, they put the ball over the line. Something they haven't managed in such a long time. Astro Legions, they are still in this. They are still alive in the series. They want to go to that grand final, and they could still well do it here. Desh has won that kickoff, though. Thankfully, Shadow was back. I thought their lead would evaporate, slip right through their fingers, though the ball is still rolling. Anything can still happen. Advantage to Astro Legions, though.
Well, can they hold on to this 1-goal lead, as little as it is, and try keep their dreams alive with a long shot from Shadow, stopped by OLS. They need to try, see if they can just maybe commit more to the defensive line. Bump there at the back from Shadow onto D Lynch. Well, that's how you start it. Just try smother the Fort Templar lads and make sure they can't get back into your half and your score in third. OLS takes a shot, kept up by Snix, doing well so far. Dash is here. Shadow chasing the ball around. It's going to get sent downfield here by Broken. Broken goes up. Okay. Does a little bit of a tumble turn, nothing to do there. Shadow down by OLS. Passage of play slowing down just a little bit. Maybe that's good for Astro Legions, as they just need to pick up the 1-goal victory to go through. Broken. D Lynch.
All still sitting in the orange half. That's good news for Astro Legions. Bad news if you're Fort Templar Academy, who can still close it out in this game. All they need to find is 2 goals. Something that surely shouldn't be that difficult for a team that's scored, what is it, like 12 so far in 3 games? Pretty good record, but they're 2-0 down now. It looks like we're going to a game 5 here, Moz, unless we can see a massive turnaround from the Fort Templar Academy side.
Yeah, no, I think we're going to be able to go the distance. Yeah, Snix with a beautiful goal. Snix been rather quiet throughout the series now. We've kind of put him on the pedestal maybe a little bit and said, you know, this is quite a decent Astro player. And we just haven't really seen him shine too much, and I think it's just been difficult to shine against the caliber of players that are on this Fort Templar Academy team. But nonetheless, Snakes putting in the second goal and allowing us to go through to Game 5.
Oh, bad
unless FT Academy can do something about that Blue Wolf. 2 goals in a minute, it's definitely plausible.
Yeah, definitely plausible, definitely possible. OLS might just get it. He has!
Oh.
Somehow that ball has rolled through into the net there. I'm not exactly sure how that one's occurred. Bizarre stuff. OLS with the flip around, able to hit that ball. I think it was a flip reset. Puts the ball into the net, and they've halved the deficit.
I feel like it's going to be Astro Allegiance's game to lose. You know, they've been up in the lead now. They're gonna be grabbing defeat from the jaws of victory if they happen to go to OT or lose this, because Fort Templar Academy were down by 2 and really only now till the business end of this game, and it's really going to be heartbreaking to see if Astro cannot take us through to the next game. 30 seconds remaining with only 1 goal separating this team, and of course between Desh and OLS, we know how dangerous they can be up front here. Broken takes the shot, kept up by D Lynch. OLS is there. Shadow here, still in the half. Can he bring it down for a second man? They need to be doing something. Snicks is here. Can he get the second touch though on it? He cannot. D Lynch is able to pop it out. It's fine. You need to be able to just hang on 4, 6 more seconds. Desh is there. Awkward pinch.
Oh, it's hanging on the goal line, but Astro Allegiance, they're still alive. 1 more game at least. They hang on. It looks like we're going to have another 0-second goal there. Last one was 1 second. This one would have been 0. Ball was just fizzed into the box. I think it was Dash up for it, unable to turn that one into the net. It's what this series has burst into life now, Muzz.
My fragile heart cannot take this anymore, Blue Wolf. Astro Allegiance, they keep themselves in the series. Oh goodness, but at the end there was getting very touch and go. Fort Templar Academy through OS, picking up that 1 goal, and of course we know that in those last 30 seconds anything could have happened though, but it did not. Astro Allegiance finally picking up 1 game in our best of 7 semi-final. Of course, we are still looking at series point here for Fort Templar Academy. So 3 games left for Astro Allegiance. Can they take it the whole way? It's definitely a big mountain to climb though, Blue Wolf.
Big mountain to climb. They're 1 step up it at the moment. Still 3 more steps to go, and they can't put a foot wrong, because that would allow this Fort Templar Academy side to summit the mountain. Felix with a chance to get that touch, doesn't get it. OLS up in the air, flicks it wide towards Dash, takes the next touch, gets the ball long. OLS, close control, doesn't take it around Dex Shadow though. Dash once again taking it in his possession. It's actually D-Lynch to take it. Trying to get something sparked here. OLS being quieter this series, and I think D-Lynch is trying pretty hard to pick up the slack, and has done a pretty good job of doing so. OLS flicks it down towards Dash, not going to happen. D-Lynch trying to follow through, trying to get started strong here. That, you know, they've taken so long to score their first goals in these games. They need to try and get racing off the block, as they did in Game 1 and Game 2.
Yeah, they do definitely need to try come out of the gates firing a bit harder. Between Snicks, Broken and Shadow, it seems to be a slow burn. You know, they're really way deep into the game before they're able to break the FT Academy defense. And I agree with you there, Blue Wolf. They need to try and make something happen a little bit faster, pick up your safety net, try and get 2 goals even by the 3-minute mark, you know, just get in there quicker. But that doesn't seem to happen for them. D Lynch sets himself up for the shot. There is kept out. Shadow and Snicks are at the back. Can they do something? Oh, Les is here. Oh my goodness. Well, easily does that one. Slow burn, 53 kilometers per hour.
Seems OLS has decided you've had your fun. We give you a game. We've denied the sweep. We've given you a little bit of wrench. Now we're here to finish the job, take this one over, and race to that grand final. Maybe just sustaining the series so they can keep warm a little bit, perhaps, showing too much respect to their opponents, and they're back into scoring goals, back to winning ways. Currently sitting 1-0. Dash takes that ball under control, knocks it over one. Going to be following it through here. Dash still following. It's across the box very well. Oh, D-Lynch was there too late. OLS is there on time though. D-Lynch hits it off the post. It fires across the net, and OLS at that far post. He's bursting to life here. 250 points in about 10 seconds.
You know, Blue Wolf, when you kind of said, like, you know, Fort Templar Academy just said, you've had your game now, we've had fun with you, but let's close things out. OLS, you know, he takes that to heart. He has 2 for 2 currently, 100% striking rate, and just Fort Templar Academy, they are obviously quite serious. Broken doesn't able to get that shot there, and just Fort Templar Academy, they do want to get through to this grand final. And with about halfway through our potentially the last game of the series here, they're doing exceptionally well to do so. D Lynch, oh sorry, Ollie doesn't bring it down there. Dashes here with the backup. Oh goodness, picks up a third. Oh, Blue
this is
Wolf.
the last game of the series, to be honest, Muzz. It's looking pretty one-sided. All of a sudden, that ball is excellently saved onto the post, but there's obviously no one able to make any. Well, they made an attempt at the save. They weren't able to get anywhere near it as that ball went flying into the net. It's 3-0, 2.5 minutes sitting on the clock between D-Lynch, Dash, and OLS being in the grand final over on the A stream. Dash up in the air, hits the ball into OLS, who seemed to be LARPing as a defender there, looking to maybe flick that one into the net. Not exactly what happened though. It's now Snicks going the opposite direction, hits that ball down well. D-Lynch takes it in the air, it's off Snicks again. Balls for Dash. I think it's just a case of holding on now, not conceding, not giving them any self-belief, not making them think this comeback is possible. Shadows hit it onwards. Oh, Broken's going to make a stab at that ball. He ends up just flipping past it. He's won it the second time of asking though, but OLS is in good position to take things under control. They've scored now though, surely. Broken open net. Next with a chance as well, but OLS is in position that time. Dash wants to try and get this ball away. They've been on the back foot for a good 30 seconds or so here, this Fort Templar Academy side. It's getting boost starved a little bit.
Well, yeah, boost starved, goal starved, possession starved. You know, Fort Templar Academy are really just trying to smother this team here. Shadow makes a good pass down to Broken, and Broken can't finish that off. Snicks as well, boostless. OLS is here with the play, gonna bring it down for Dash. Doesn't have the control. Shadow though. D Lynch, but anyway, FT Academy up by 3. Snicks taking a shot. Ollie keeping it out, and that's just what's going to happen when you do take these shots. You will be kept out. FT Academy players doing so well there at the back. Well, this does potentially look like a FT Academy versus Astro Zenith final. You did mention a little previously, Blue Wolf, so Dawn God maybe not able to go through to this final. On the A stream, potentially they're going to have a last game of overtime on that side, so we're going to see what happens. Shot there by Shadow. Will it be enough? D Lynch to keep that out. Snicks as well there. Shadow, 30 seconds remaining here. It's definitely do or die, but you have to be able to score 3 goals now in such a limited amount of time. Oh, goodness, Broken.
What happened there? Why did D Lynch pass it to him? Oh, he's completely sold Dash down the river there. Broken's able to slide in and intercept, and if they end up letting it slip off that goal, they'll be feeling immensely frustrated with themselves as we are back into it. 25 seconds on the clock. A case of holding on now for Fort Templar, surely.
I mean, yeah, Blue Wolf definitely. We're going to have to see. Would you be able to put in 2 goals right now?
Personally, I wouldn't be able to put in 1 goal with no one else on the server, so I'd say it's unlikely. They need to get up the pitch now. OLS and X-Shadow looking to chase it. X-Shadow gets there first. OLS tries to take it away, has done so. That ball will hit the ground eventually. It might go into the net. It's not going to matter. Fort Templar Academy, they're in the grand final.
They are in the grand final, and they will be facing off against Astro Zenith. So Dawn God, after that very, very crazy earlier series we witnessed them playing, wasn't able to beat the other Astro team. So at least there will be 1 Astro team confirmed in tonight's grand finals, and they will be taking on Fort Templar Academy. Whoa, these semi-finals, ladies and gents, boys and girls, have been so tight. Blue Wolf, tighter than a G-string on a whale.
That's pretty tight. As we are 15 minutes away from our grand final, we're for Templar Academy. They won't be favourites going into it, as they did lose yesterday to Astro Zenith, I believe. So they will be second best for that one, at least in terms of the predictions. I think they can still do it though. They needed OLS to step up yesterday to help them through that series, but I think D-Lynch and Dash, they're looking pretty good today. I think they should be able to make a good stab at it and hopefully get the victory.
Yeah, I think that'll be the case. So there is going to be that 9 p.m. Division 1 Grand Final. That's going to be everything from me, Muzz, and of course Blue Wolf. We're obviously going to all head over to the A stream, guys, so grab your snacks and your popcorn, and we're going to head over there for 9 p.m. sharp.